Alright, how y'all doing this afternoon? Morning, afternoon, whatever one it is. My name is Brooks Clark. I'm a student teacher at Oak Leaf High School. I've been playing guitar about 6-7 years. And I'm currently a music major at UNF. And this is pretty much, this workshop is for, oh my god, I got my first guitar and I want to play blues, to I can play blues pretty well, I just don't know how to connect certain things, and I just want to meet other blues players around town. So this is kind of cool to see this many people here. From what I can hear, most of y'all know pretty much a little bit of what's on this page. But for those of you that don't, I'm just going to start from the beginning, and the people that do know, I guess you'll just have to endure for a while. But I provided the first, if everybody's got a sheet of paper, everybody got a sheet of paper. Cool. I provided the first 3 blues chords, and what I mean by blues chords, those you see that number by that letter? This isn't algebra, don't worry. When I say E7, A7, and B7, I mean you don't necessarily have to read music to be an excellent musician. Just ask Stevie Ray Vaughan. But when I say E7, A7, and B7, you should be able to understand that blues is made up of those chords called 7 chords. And you don't necessarily have to know what a 7 chord is. You just have to know, okay, when I see that thing 7, that means I played the 7th chord. And like I say, you don't have to know what a 7th chord is, but you can know how to finger it on the guitar. So I provided a little, there's a mistake on that very first one. This is the only mistake, I'm sorry about that. The D string, you don't have to put first fret. It's just, that E7 chord is open E, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret on A, and then 1st finger on the 1st fret on G. And there's your E7 chord. That's a nice little nifty chord. It's pretty much about 75% of every blues song is in the key of E, so these 3 chords are going to help y'all out a lot. You can get them down pretty quick. And that next chord right there, A7, that's just like the E7 chord, except we're using our 2 fingers right here, so we're not going to play this low E right here. Oh, sorry about that. You can get this for $6.99. We're not going to play this low E right here on this A7 chord. We're going to play this open A right here. And like on the E7, we're going to use our 2nd finger for that 2nd fret. And you know how I said there was another mistake? Well, there's another mistake right there. I'm sorry about that. This music software keeps putting it in a different key. But, the G string, you don't have to press down when you can keep that open. And so we got open, 2nd fret, open. We're going to have a 2nd fret. We're going to use our ring finger on that one. If everybody can see my hand, I'm going to... There's our A7. And if you notice these 7 chords, they sound kind of questioning when you hear them, like what's that boy? Little Jimmy's down the well? And that's what gives the blues kind of this unique sound with those 7 chords. Now, this final one right here, this B7's used all the time in blues. Stevie used it, B.B. King used it, Albert King used it, Freddie King used it. There's no one else named King, don't worry. But we got a, we're going to start off right here. I'm going to hold this up. Open E string, we don't play that one. So, we're not doing anything on the E string. Putting our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of A, our 1st finger on the 1st fret of D, our 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of G. We're skipping a string and putting our pinky on the 2nd fret of E. And that's that nice B7 chord. So when you play these together, you gotta... Notice how they all want to connect to each other. It's like they're in a little brotherhood of chords. Now, the thing is, when I got these Roman numerals down here in the next few bars, this is what's called a blues progression. Now, anytime you hear a blues song, it's going to follow this progression. All you got to do is know which key it's in, and wham, you can play the song. Now, there may be certain licks and certain things that Stevie or B.B. King are doing that are like, oh, this world, you can't play that yet, but you can play the chords behind it. So but When I got this E7, A7, this B7, and these Roman numerals, I'm like gonna fall off the stool. These Roman numerals are gonna correspond to these chords. Because that key signature right there with all those number signs is called a key signature. We're in the key of E. So we're in the guitar's natural key. So we can use open strings, we can use anything on the dots, as I tell some of my guitar students. When you're in the key of E, if you don't know what you're doing, just play things on the dots. You'll be fine. You know? And if it's bad, go up or down a fret, it'll be good, or just bend it and look cool. Put it behind your back. So this Roman numeral 1 and the 7 right here, that essentially means E7. Since we're in the key of E, we're going to use the first chord of E, which is going to be E7. Now, this A7 right here, if you want to take a pencil or something and write 4, that's the 4th chord. So when you see those Roman numeral 4s down there, that means A7. And this B7, that's the 5th chord of E. And those are the only 3 chords you need to pay attention to in blues. This is a little music theory, but this is seriously the limit you need to know or don't even need to know. Or if you just ignore me, just keep in mind that 1 chord is E, that 4 is A, and that 5 down there in the last line, 2nd bar, is B. And there are all these chords right here. Now there's thousands of variations of blues progressions. Blues is such a feeling-based genre. You can literally play the same chord over and over and over again, and it will be the greatest thing you've ever written in the history of mankind if you feel it enough and everybody else digs it, you know. So this progression right here is for just getting used to hearing the blues, starting it, and anything you really want to write, really, or if you just had a rough day at work and you want to sit at home, chill with a beer in the garage, you know, sit with the dog, play blues progression, you know. This is what you need to do. What I provided over here is a shuffle pattern.